chaos. Chaos, the word. It's amazing how many entrepreneurs don't make it in business or survive simply because they don't know how to handle chaos. Believe me, this is something that was very difficult for me initially when I was an entrepreneur. But let me tell you what's going on right now in my life. What you see behind me is a moving truck. In the last 7 days, this is what's happened in the last 7 days. I'm currently in California. We are moving our entire family to Dallas, Texas. Sold the house right behind me. We bought a house in Dallas, Texas. We're moving the office. We're moving all of our staff's stuff from their house. The things we had to move from the office yesterday till 1 o'clock in the morning. Every single thing taking place here. They had to go to all their homes and move their things. We had a convention that took place last week, 4-day convention with speaker lineup of, Al Unser Jr., Robert Greene, Joe Jordan, Grant Cardone. And it started from 8 o'clock in the morning, went till midnight, 4 days straight. Then on the last day, we had to surprise some of our leaders and had to have all the things be in place with 9 exotic cars. Then on Monday night, we flew back. Our East Coast people came with me. I took them to a Laker event with Shaq and Jeannie Buss, and went and got a private tour to the locker room and had dinner and shot around at the regular, court of the Lakers. It's just a phenomenal time. My wife's pregnant, 5 months. I got 2 boys. I got my nanny. Family's over here dealing with the real estate sale here. All of these things are taking place. All of these things are taking place. And so someone asked, how do you handle with all these things taking place? And how do you handle all these chaos? I said, it's a perfect episode to put together because the question gets asked quite often. And how does somebody improve? So today I'm going to talk about 3 things with chaos. 1, the big 4 of chaos, 4 types of chaos. 2, 3 types of people and how they respond to chaos. And 7 tips on how you can become at handling chaos. Let's start off with this. First, the big 4. There are 4 types of chaos. And believe it or not, they're all connected to each other. One is not separate than the other one. First, you have your personal life, family. You got breakups. That's a chaos. Some don't know how to handle breakups and it leaks into their business life. Divorce happens. 2 out of 3 marriages nowadays end up at a divorce. It's something that's happening a lot. Death, how you handle death in the family. It's going to happen. We're all only here for about 70, 80, 90 years. So how do you handle that? Then you have children that are going through their own breakups, they're getting sick. These are all small chaos that are taking place. Some of you are having a hard time watching this video because the sound you're hearing around you. That's chaotic to you, right? So now next, financial. That's chaos. Debt, expenses, wedding. How do I handle my wedding? Oh my God, I got a wedding. I have people always tell me, I have this wedding. I need to prepare. It's 90 days out. And morning till night, everything gets affected because there's a wedding day. And a wedding is only 6, 7, 8 hours. But they take 90 days. It becomes chaotic in their lives. Income, new house they're buying. They have to move in. They have to do this. They have to do that. Everything goes on shutdown for about 90 days when there's a house because to them that's chaotic, right? Health. Your weight goes up, energy low, it's chaotic, everything else is affected by it. Illness, you get sick, you prolong your sickness because you don't take care of yourself and you don't know how to get to work. When I'm sick, I can't work, I don't feel good, I don't go to the office. Loss of a loved one, your diet is chaotic because of the way you handle yourself. Your energy is low, your injury, you broke something, your voice, my voice. How long ago was it when my voice, what happened to, this was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? All of a sudden my voice was gone. So I go to the doctor, we go I just can't do videos. If you go back and watch some of my old videos, you'll hear my voice is completely gone. So I couldn't project. And my business's voice, right? And we went to the doctor, multiple doctors, and they said this could be cancer, this could be cancer, this could be cancer. And then all of a sudden I had to do surgery. My voice was gone purely for a month. 1 month I had no voice. And we found out the good news was it was benign. And it's right before Thanksgiving when the surgery was done. This is the first time ever in my life in Thanksgiving. We're having dinner. I can't say anything to anybody. Maybe it was God's way of saying you need to be quiet for about a month, but the point being, it was chaotic. So that's health. Then you have business. Your chaos could be what? Vendor. You don't hit a deadline. It's chaotic. You have a deadline. It's coming up this Friday. We have to deliver. A client doesn't like you. There was a confrontation. One of your agents or a rep or an employee didn't treat a client well. Staff confrontation. Some staff wants a raise. You can't give it to them. You don't want to give it to them. There's problems there. 2 staff members don't work it together. A business partner doesn't do as much as you want them to do. You feel like you do more than they do. Technology is not going well. Your IT guys are not doing their part behind the scenes. They're working slow. It keeps giving you too many glitches. There's complaints. Your launch, it's not good launch. That's chaotic. Then you have your sales guys are not hitting their numbers. Goals are not being hit. Your investor is doing too many conference calls on you hitting your numbers. What's going on with this? Too much pressure and it's not from a different point of view. Your financing, the market conditions are bad. Economic conditions are bad. You're having a lot of problems with that. You have competition is giving you a hard time. Your reputation, online reputation. You got your regulations, new laws. You have a lawsuit. All that stuff's taking place. That is all chaotic. This is going to happen when you're running a business. It's all chaotic. So what can we do about this? By the way, most of the time, the way you handle these three will automatically affect this. If you don't know how to handle these three, this is always going to take a hit. Because one of these things are always going to happen in our lives, no matter what we do. So how do we make sure we handle this to make sure we're leading this? Can it really be done? Of course it can. Many have done it. So let's talk about 3 types of ways people handle chaos. Hang on, let's talk about 3 types of ways people handle chaos. So first one is amateurs. Amateurs tend to overreact.
Sorry, Beth.
All day long, cut the video, all day freaking long, we ask you to do one thing right, you can't even move nothing.
I didn't see the video thing.
It doesn't matter, we're doing a damn video over here, man. What the, cut the damn video. All day long he does this. Crap something. That's called overreacting. That's what you don't do, right? So we wanted to get your attention. You get the idea. There are people, Mario, we love you, Mario. Come back here, buddy. Okay. Amateurs tend to overreact. Amateurs tend to overreact. Come back to me, got your attention? They overreact. Some like that happens in their business. All day long, they're overreacting to the issue. They panic. They quit. That's what amateurs do. Amateurs do that, right? That was just the behavior of an amateur. Next, intermediate. They give the chaos too much attention. It doesn't need that much attention. Meaning it's not as big as they think it is. They slow down. They use it as an alibi to get in the way of getting to the next level. Let me explain to you what I mean by this, intermediate. So a lot of times, believe it or not, people like to create chaos in their lives. Here's why. If they create chaos in their lives, they can always use that as an alibi why this is why I could never make it as an entrepreneur. It gives them an out. It gives them a reason to talk amongst their peers and say, the reason why I didn't make it as a real estate agent is because of X, Y, Z. The reason why I didn't make it as an insurance agent is because of X, Y. The reason why I couldn't make it as an entrepreneur is this. The reason why they love this alibi. Then the highest one is expert. What experts do is they anticipate it. What experts do is they're not afraid to ask for help. What experts do is they process issues quickly. They process issues quickly. Anticipate. There's nothing like knowing there's going to be problems. There's nothing like knowing I'm going to ask for help to see if somebody else knows how to help me get this thing done. And last but not least, process issues quickly. So if there's an issue, let's address it quickly, let's solve it, and let's move on. So now, 7 tips on how to handle chaos like a pro. Number 1, it's all perspective. Let me tell you what's perspective. So you may be in a problem and chaotic time and everybody is overreacting. It's your job as a leader to give perspective to everybody. So for instance, the other day somebody told me what they told me and everybody was, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do with this? What are we gonna do with that? I said, listen to me. While we're here having to solve this business problem, there is bombs and rockets and all this stuff taking place in the Middle East. Believe me, it's not that big of a deal, but let's handle it. Let's get to it. Everybody got calmed down. Everybody did. It's not as a big deal. Somebody needs to always put perspective and give gratitude. The other one, molehill into a mountain. Someone needs to not turn a molehill into a mountain. There are issues that are very critical that needs to be solved right away, but someone needs to say, this is not a big deal, let's get it fixed. Is it really chaos? Just because something's happened in your business, you can't highlight it as chaos. It just could be a small little issue you need to fix. So you don't need to make it bigger than it really is. 2, seek wise counsel. It's what you need to do when there's chaotic times in your life, marriage, business, finance, health. Get wise counsel. Go to a doctor. Go to a financial advisor. Go to somebody who has been in your relationship, in your position before, personal life or parenting, and have someone like that give you counsel. If there's business, talk to your attorney, talk to your CPA, talk to your mentor, let them give you some feedback. 3, focus on what you can control, not what you can't control. If something's going on in the government or a law got passed or new regulation got passed or something's happened with the economy, you can't do nothing about that. You just have to do, how can I control this? What can I do with what I can control? Let's go work with it. An employee. Some happens to their life, personal life. It's a extremely big thing because it's a very important employee. You need to be able to control what you can control. You can't control everything, you move on. 4, over prepare yourself and your team. It's extremely important to be over preparing yourself and your team. 5, come up with the next 3 steps on what you need to be doing. Come up with the next 3 steps on what you need to be doing. Always come up with 1, 2, 3. 6, study the birth of the chaotic situation. What do I mean by that? Always find out who gave birth to the chaos. Meaning, if there's a trend of the same person who keeps giving birth to the chaos, you either need to fire that person or get rid of that person, or there needs to be something being solved here because they're giving birth to all the chaos. And the last one is don't take it personal. Chaos are part of business, part of life. It's going to happen. None of us are free from it. How you react to it will dictate how much you advance in life as an entrepreneur. That's my message to you on how to handle chaos. If you have any questions about it, comment on the bottom. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Thanks for watching.